The Phoenix Suns' journey to the NBA Finals in 2021 astounded NBA fans all across the world. Even though they eventually lost to the Milwaukee Bucks, their accomplishment is still noteworthy. The context adds to the awe, considering the Suns haven't made the playoffs since 2010. While the majority of the replies were encouraging, some speculated that the run was a fluke caused by huge injuries in the Western Conference. However, the Suns' start to the season has demonstrated that they are for real. Here are two audacious reasons why the Suns will return to the NBA Finals in 2022. First up, the Suns are returning to the Finals with improved team balance, particularly on defense. The true reason the Suns had such a successful season last year was due to equal distribution on the squad. Of course, Devin Booker is the offensive team's undisputed leader. When the season is reviewed, it is the contributions of everyone else that really stand out. Booker is still holding his own, averaging 23.2 points per game on 45.8, 40.3, and 85.7 shooting splits. Those are impressive numbers, but he is only able to achieve them because his crew is doing their jobs. 8 players on the Suns roster are averaging more than 10 points per game. This includes Frank Kaminsky, who only appeared in 9 games, but it is still an impressive total. DeAndre Ayton, who has been a threat on both sides of the court this season, has come into his own the most this season. He's averaging 16.9 points and 11.1 rebounds per game, and he's also got a good defensive game. It's not ideal, but after being branded as a bad defensive center, Ayton's play this season has revealed a different side. Contributions from Cameron Johnson, Cameron Payne, and JaVale McGee are also worthy of notice. Many people may be surprised to learn that the Suns boast the league's third best defense. They are limiting opponents to 104.5 points per game, which is the 4th best mark in the league. Furthermore, their opponents shoot 43.9% from the field, 49.7% on 2-point attempts, and force 15.8 turnovers a game. These defensive stats are excellent and reflect the excellent work of Coach Monty Williams. All of these are encouraging signals for the team's future. Defense, as is well known, wins championships, and the Suns have that covered. It's also worth noting that this did not appear out of nowhere. Williams has slowly improved their defense, moving them from 17th to 9th in defensive rating in his first 2 seasons. It's also a credit to the hard work of GM James Jones, who brought in guys like defensive specialist Jay Crowder. Overall, the roster appears to be balanced, and they do not appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Next up is fitness and conditioning. The Suns have a few advantages that might put them ahead of other teams, but one is quite obvious. This is a youthful and hungry roster outside of Chris Paul. Only 2 of the 9 players mentioned before, those who have averaged 10 points per game or more this season, are above the age of 30. While others are relatively young, Paul and McGee are the only ones who are really catching their last wagon for a deep playoff run and probable title. Booker is only 25 years old, but it feels like he's been in the game for a lifetime. Bridges and Booker are the same age, but Ayton is 23. Aside from age, this team normally avoids injuries. Booker is currently out with a hamstring ailment, and Ayton has also lost time, but neither condition appears to be serious. Paul, 36 years old, appeared in every game this season, as did Bridges, McGee, Johnson, and Crowder. This is a dependable team on which the Suns can rely on, which speaks well for their goal of reaching a high position in the standings in time for the playoffs. While it may appear that this may come back to haunt them, Williams also performs well in terms of minutes distribution. According to ESPN, only one Suns player is in the top 50 in minutes per game this season. It's Mikal Bridges, not Ayton, Booker, or Paul, who is tied for 27th place with Steph Curry and Karl Anthony Towns, to mention a few. Booker is only playing 32.2 minutes per game, which is nothing compared to LeBron's 37 or Kevin Durant's 37. If this trend continues, the Suns should enter the playoffs as rested as possible, which could be critical to their future success. The Suns appear to be on track to finally give Chris Paul a championship to add to his excellent resume. They're doing it very well, and the first half of the season has utterly dispelled any notion that the finals run was a fluke. Of course, none of this matters if the Suns can't keep this up, but barring a significant injury to one of their studs, this looks like a repeat trip to the NBA Finals. Do you guys still think that the Suns' run was a fluke? Or do you think that they're primed for another run in the Western Conference and possibly a title? Let us know down in the comments section below. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Sport Inc., and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you all next time.